Hi guys, thanks for tuning into my YouTube channel. And for those of you who are here for the first time, my name is Catherine and I tell true stories and facts. My story today is about when Moroccan ladies got raided from Qatar to their countries. Okay, let's just call it when the Moroccan ladies were deported from Qatar to their countries. Why did I think of Morocco anyway? Well, I thought about them, but from a good point of view, because it seems like they're gonna win the All Africa football match. All Africa football match that is ongoing at the moment. I wish them luck. But they're the ones that reminded me of these stories. You know, in the Gulf, there's a very high demand of Moroccan employees. Okay, let's just say Arabic. But the Moroccans are notorious also for some very funny reasons. Like if you are in the Gulf, you'll notice that most of the people don't like them. Reasons known best to them. Maybe when you live there with them, you will know. Most of the time they feel like they are entitled, because they can speak Arabic, so they think that they're better than any other nationality there. And not only that, they have some other tendencies of, extra duties after their work. I don't want the oldest profession, as in prostitution. Not really all of them. There's some good ones out there as well, but majority of the ladies do like prostituting, Moroccan ladies generally, and they are on very high demand and they're very expensive. So it's safe. So you can have an idea of why they were deported, but let's watch up to the end to know why. It's when you go to different workplaces in the Gulf, you might think that you'll find different ones, but no, most of them have the same characteristics. Like if you're talking to a guest, they will come and interrupt because they can speak Arabic, but the guests could be speaking English as well, but they interrupt. They have this habit of interrupting people when they're talking to the guests. They never give way. That's another thing I noticed. And other Arabic countries don't like them for some reason. I've never known why. They know that amongst themselves because there was a time a new one came and they were spitting as a welcome. The other Arabic could spit just at her sight. It's very disgusting and inappropriate, but that's how they're treated. So, kind of they're very attractive also, the female, and so they have this tendency of hooking up with. They don't care. They don't respect boundaries. They hook up with the guests. And this is the Gulf, and you don't know who's watching you. There are rules, serious rules. So you might think you're doing things in privacy, but nope, there is CID watching. So that these ladies, it's a hotel that had a lot of them, a lot, almost 50 in the whole hotel, and they mostly work in the front desk in the hotel as butlers as well. So they have the closest contact with the guests. And not only were they doing that, just their normal work of receiving guests. Nope. They will go to the extent of dating the guests, as in the loose ones as well, the loose guests. And not only guests, but members who will come in and out, they will have dates with them outside. But the Arabic wives are also not stupid. They were suspicious. And so, I don't know whether it was a community or what. One morning, you wake up. There is no single Arabic woman in the hotel. Not a single one. Moroccan, let's not say Arabic because there is a variety. There was no single Moroccan in the compound. Their story is that these ladies will work day and night. They will start a shift at the hotel, 2 p.m. They will go home and prostitute, and then they have another shift very early in the morning. So you will see them tossing at the breakfast table. You wonder what's happening. And people will tell you these ladies never sleep. They work 24/7 just because they need money. And the money is not like they don't have money. They have good salaries, but they just want to be flashy, competition above the other Arab ladies. I don't know what kind of competition, what were they competing for? I don't know whether it was part of the Gulf War or something. I am not sure. If you could know, please put in the comments. So this is their behavior. If you will stay with any of a Moroccan lady, not all as I said, you will see her going in and out, changes clothes, 45 minutes back, new perfume, changes again, another 45 minutes back. Now you wonder, you're having a late shift, but her she's having an early shift the next day, but she's really working hard out there, making more money, prostituting. Well, it's said that they're trained even by their mothers or something in the villages. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like from a very early age, they're told, oh, you're beautiful. You have this that can attract men. And that's how they grow into it. So it's said. So this was the end of their career. Probably they thought that, okay, this is what we do at home. They thought that this particular country, you can as well do that. But no, they were deported. Deported. And how was it known? Well, the women, as I said, Qatar, let's say it is a very small state, so it's a very small network and news spreads very fast. So this information was being passed around by the wives of the husbands or the friends. And they sent the CIDs. The CIDs were always there. Who knows, maybe it was even a CID that they were, sleeping with. You never know. And you sleep with him and then he arrests you at the end of the day. So they were all collected, pack your things, leave the country within 24 hours. I don't think they even packed their things because they were not in the accommodation and they were not at work. So probably they were just told to leave. And that's not enough. There were others who were working at an airline. They were also collected. So it was like Moroccans were collected almost in all the work sections. Maybe the government, no, because there it's very hard to go messing around. Maybe those one will be a bit private. But these ones in the hospitality industries, they were all swept off out of the country. This was in 2010 is when this happened. The day when the Moroccans were removed from the Gulf. Well, they almost lost their visas, like they spoiled for the others for some time, but somehow they managed to get back to them, and there's been a bit of a behavior after that, after their arrest and deportation. Well, people might look at the Gulf countries as, oh, they are an Islamic state, so they must be very strict. Well, that is the case, but in every country, these things, you can never escape them. Some people will find ways of doing things that are forbidden even in the most strict countries. Even in Saudi Arabia, in the hijabis or the buibouis or the habayas, not all are Saudis, but they are covered, so they still do these things. They will meet a man will wear a habaya or buibui or hijabi, and walk into a female residence without being noted. Things like that. They have private parties, you know. So that's what happened. And in these Gulf countries, you'll find that they have classes of prostitutes. Like if somebody is from the Philippines, those are the cheapest prostitutes. They charge things like 10 reals, and that's something like 100 Kenyan shillings. Not 100, but 10 reals can be like 300 Kenyan shillings. You can buy a chocolate. And then we have the Russians are the most expensive, followed by the Moroccans. Now these are the high class prostitutes. They are very expensive. I don't know why. And then we have the Kenyans, and then we have the Ugandans. So don't think that these are very strict states. People might be seated there with their boyfriends or husbands, but they're very aggressive. They will still come and try to take the man that somebody is sitting with or is having a dinner with. They don't care because in their mind, they think that every woman is a prostitute. So if they see you with a man, they think you're also prostituting, and so they can as well come and have their share. So that's how these Moroccan women were deported from Qatar in the 2010. But still, there's a lot going on at the moment. So if you like my content, like, share, and subscribe. Ciao.